Heading into conference championship week, Dom, how we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm stuck again in the same position I was on Monday and last week. Kind of like my team's in the waiting game. Steelers are in the process still searching for their new head coach. They have brought in Brian Flores and Anthony Weaver in for second round of interviews. Both of them left without an offer, but they have officially done everything they need to do, and they can hire a head coach at any time at this point. So Chris Shula, when you come in next week for an in-person interview, I'm sure they're going to slide you that offer. But no, regardless of what happens, they're probably the next team to hire a head coach at this point, given everything that's the landscape right now. I'm excited to see what goes down. But yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. If the Rams win, Steelers couldn't hire Shula or Shieldhouse until post Super Bowl, so we're looking at like February 9th as the earliest date to announce something like that. But if the Rams do lose tomorrow, they can do it as early as whenever he can get here. So it's
True.
just kind of like a process, waiting game.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I know you're feeling pretty good. You don't feel me.
I do feel pretty good. I do feel pretty good. I was going to say, I was not expecting the news to hit when it did.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely caught me off guard. I thought they'd probably, drag it out a little bit longer. Not drag it out, but, it felt like it was going to be a longer process, an
Yeah.
even longer process. But yeah, let's get into it. Jesse Minter, officially Ravens' new head coach. I do think this is probably the best option on the table. Um, Definitely of the first time guys. And,
Yeah.
knowing that Harbaugh and Tomlin were never going to be an option, probably the best overall candidate for the job. Um, I like it a lot. Like, he's 42 years old. He's got 20 years coaching experience under his belt. His dad was a coach, been around a lot of locker rooms. Um, just like he does have the connection with the Harbaughs, but he had a very short stint in Baltimore as linebackers coach.
Linebacker coach. Yep.
Yeah, couldn't remember if I was right on that, but yeah, he was in Baltimore for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bounced around some other spots. Like he's gonna know what he's doing, and
Well,
he's
he
got
went.
a little bit of that experience in Baltimore, just knowing what that operation is like.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he bounced around some other spots. He went from Baltimore as linebackers coach. Went with Jim up in Michigan to be their DC
Mhm.
for 3 seasons. Then he went
Yeah, I
from
don't mean
there.
like
Followed
bounced
him.
around like he was getting passed around like crazy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
he was in different places for sure.
No, he
Like
was in
I'll
two
double
other
check it.
places.
I believe he was in some more spots than that. Like here, let me just pull it all up here.
Because I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure I
mean, it
looked
goes
at it.
back to he was defensive intern at Notre Dame, then a grad assistant at Cincinnati, linebackers coach, and then D coordinator at Indiana State, D coordinator at Georgia State. Uh, Baltimore was oh no, it was DBs. He was
TVs.
defensive assistant, assistant
That's
DBs
what
coach, and then a DBs coach. Then Vanderbilt, defensive coordinator and safeties coach. Michigan D coordinator, Chargers D coordinator. Now to Baltimore.
I see.
So
I see.
like
I missed the Vanderbilt one. That's what I missed.
yeah, that was his first, well, not first, but biggest D coordinator job
Yeah.
before Vanderbilt to Michigan to L.A. So it was
Yeah.
pretty quick rise because he was D coordinator at Georgia State until 2016, and then from 2017 to 2020 he was in Baltimore. Last year being the DB's coach. 1 year at Vanderbilt, 2 years at Michigan, 2 years in L.A.
Yeah. But
So
I mean, the 2 years at Michigan, he led one of the best defenses
I
ever in
mean, you
college
can
football.
look at what he's done with the Chargers defense too, and
Yeah.
it's everything that you want to hear. I mean, Chargers. Let me double check it here. Um, he, sorry, should have had this ready, but I don't. Um, yeah, this year, or last year with the Chargers. Uh, come on now, where's your defensive team stats? All right, so they held teams last year to under 36% on third down percentage,
Hmm.
45% red zone percentage. Those were both, I think, top five in the league
Hmm.
last year. And then this year, too, was a lot of the same 35% on third down percentage, 47% red zone percentage.
Hmm.
And that's with, that offense kind of kicking the tires at times um, with all the injuries they had on the O line.
Yeah.
Um, sorry. But the biggest thing for me is just Odafe Owe was very clearly a bust in Baltimore.
Hmm.
They trade him for Gilman in week 5, week 6, whenever it was there,
Yeah.
and Owe immediately becomes an impact player on defense.
I think Minter just gets more out of his guys. The better
That's
coaches do.
that's what I'm saying. It's like that's as much proof as you need, and because that was a Ravens guy
Hmm.
that wasn't doing anything, shows up to the guy that is now the Ravens head coach, and he looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a nice shift for sure. The only thing that is up in the air right now is what the offensive staff is going to look like. I am torn
Hmm.
on what that's looking like right now. Um, 'Cause right now it looks like the most likely option, or the one that there's the most steam on right now, is Cliff Kingsbury. And I don't know how much I love that. Like,
So,
I
and,
get it because of the similarities with Jaden Daniels and Lamar, but it also felt like in Washington, even it was Jaden Daniels performing in spite. It was like Jaden figured it out
all right.
a little bit there.
Here's where I'll push back on you. Cliff came into the league back in what, like 2018, 2019. 2019 was his first year coaching in the NFL with the Cardinals. Tyler's first 3 years in the NFL with Cliff were very good, statistically wise. Yes, the team wasn't really winning games, but they did go to the playoffs. Kyler did look very good. I was one of his best believers, and Cliff got that out of him. And ever since leaving, Kyler hasn't been the same. He takes a year off coaching, goes to be the OC for the Commanders 2 years ago. Rookie year with Jaden. Jaden is a superstar. Then he deals with injuries last year, struggles. Cliff doesn't want to stay long term because either A, he sees that team as a sinking ship, or B, he sees an opportunity to work with a top 3 quarterback in the NFL and elevate his potential. One thing Cliff is very good at is getting a lot out of his quarterbacks. So I will give him that.
I agree with that, but my issue with Kingsbury is, and it's a theme with him, even if you go back to college, um, he is very good at getting the most, especially out of his quarterback, through the first half of the year. Once we
Hmm.
get to week 10, it dies off. So 2019, his first year there, they went 5-10. Not a whole lot you can take away from that, but they were sorry, 5-10-1,
It's important.
and they started the year 3-3-1.
Okay.
In 2020, they went 8-8. They started the year 5-2,
Okay.
or you can go to 6-3, and then lost five of their last seven. 2021 was the year that they went 11-6, and did they win the division?
No.
Second, they were second in the division
Yeah.
that year. But that was the year they started. What was it? 7-0. They were 9-2 and finished 11-6.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes though, it's also scheduling. You have your hardest games at the end of the season. That just tends to be how it goes.
And then his last year there, they went 4-13, and that was again all of their wins came by week 10.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, also that year they were pretty much done with him. So,
And that
and
was what 20. Yeah, that was 2022. And I mean, if
mhm.
you want me to, I'll look at. Oh shit, wrong here. Let's start with 2019 or 2020. I'm sorry. I won't crush them for a 5-10 year in general, but oops, shit. I mean, the 8-8 year, they won. They beat the Niners early. They beat the Cowboys early. They beat the Seahawks early. They beat the Bills that year. And then, you lose to the Niners, get swept by the Rams late. They lost close to the Patriots, but like it's just his teams always fizzle out. And if we go to shit,
I mean, I I think
and
it's
like
different.
the year with not this past yeah, last year with Jaden Daniels, that's more of an anomaly because they were just so insane in one score games and everything. It was like the Bears this year where it was just every game was just complete chaos in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter.
So like what I would say is that as a head coach, he struggles to contain his team throughout the year. As an OC, he doesn't have to worry about that. His main focus is the offense, making sure that is humming and making sure that works and making sure he's getting the most out of the quarterback. First year with the Commanders, that wasn't an issue. Second year, it was an issue because there was a lot of turnover on the offense, whether it was with the quarterback, whether it was their wide receivers being hurt consistently throughout the year, barely having a good and consistent run game, beat up offensive line. Last year was a tough year in general in Washington. So,
Yeah, but even still, if you look at Kingsbury's teams offensively, they
mm,
are humming early. Like he's very good at developing an offense in the off season to get the team going. He just doesn't adapt. Once people get film on him on what he's running and catch up to him, he
I
doesn't do anything to change it. And
mean,
like you can watch it, even like his teams, their production goes down in the second half of the year.
yeah, I mean,
Like
I
again, it
guess
was most noticeable the 11-6 year. It's a little bit closer, but like again, like you're watching. Again, it's always good in the first half, and then people catch up to speed
mhm,
because this league is smart, and he doesn't adapt.
well, I mean, I
And that's
guess
just that's my only concern. I
yeah,
mean, maybe if you give him Lamar and Derrick Henry, it's a different story, but I have my reservations there. That just concerns me more than anything, and that's
yeah,
just partially being a skeptical Baltimore sports fan, where yeah, it's fun, and then we also know what it's like. We always just expect it to go bad.
yeah. I guess you just have to trust Minter and the organization to make the best decision for
Mhm.
the offense, which
Yeah,
Harbaugh wasn't doing at the end.
true.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I'm still happy about everything fresh and new. But I'm very curious to see if Minter has somebody in his back pocket that might kind of come out of nowhere.
I guess you gotta wait and see then. Yeah.
Yeah, only one way to find out.
On to other head coaching
But
news.
yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead if you have any other points.
no. That's where I was going with that.
Okay.
Was moving on to the
On other
next
head
one here.
coaching
Which
news,
one do we want to do first?
let's talk with the spiteful guy, Robert Saleh, and
Big Bob
this is
Sala.
Big Bob. So after we talked a little bit, I don't know how much you looked into it. So Robert Saleh was a finalist last year for the Jags job, and they passed on him for Liam
Mm.
Cohen. He is very upset still to this day about that, to the point
Well,
where
they had
he
that
has
altercation after their
correct.
game this year.
Yes, that is part of that,
Yeah.
where he is still beefing with the Jags organization, and albeit Liam Cohen. So when the opportunity came up for him to coach in the AFC South with a young quarterback and a young organization, he jumped at the opportunity to take it so that he can turn around and attempt to kick the Jags in the ass.
Mhm.
That is his entire goal, and I'm all for it.
I
Love
am
it.
all for spitefulness. Yes. No, I'm
How
very
far?
excited about that. We got two of those. We got two of those this year. Well,
Yeah.
not, I mean, different situations, but just like
Hmm.
grudges in coaching moves with Sala and Cohen now going to see each other twice a year for the
Correct.
foreseeable future.
It's great.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And then the Baker Stefanski stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another
That's
big
another
thing
fun
that
one.
happened. Yeah.
I
Where
am very excited about that because
yeah.
Baker's done this before, and when he holds grudges, he usually backs it up. I will give him that.
Yeah.
When he's got a
We'll
bone to
see.
pick with somebody, he makes sure he shows up for those games. So
Yeah.
twice a year, that's going to be fun, and twice a year, the AFC South is going to be fun. Now I'm looking forward to both
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah. So Solid got 5-year
But and I do
deal.
think it's a solid hire. I
Yeah.
didn't
So it's
I
kind
didn't think he'd get a job that quickly, honestly. But
I think there was definitely a potential because he didn't do anything really that bad with the Jets. It was just a
no,
bad
no. I mean, the
situation.
defense was great when he was there, and
Yeah,
I
it was
honestly I feel
fantastic.
like Aaron Glenn kind of got him another job
Correct.
more than anything.
No. Um.
You good?
Yeah. Sorry. um.
Seeing ghosts?
Sure. But yeah, I think Salah's gonna fix the defensive issues down in Tennessee,
Hmm.
and
They
I
need
think
the
he's
help right now.
yeah, and I do believe that he's gonna hire somebody to help with the offense that'll greatly
Hmm.
impact Cam Ward and get it to where it needs to go.
For sure.
The other hire that happened this week was down in South Beach in Miami. Jeff Hafley was hired to be the head coach down there. It was pretty evident that that's where they were going to go
Hmm.
for the last week or so. Um, kind of wanted to keep Packer roots down in Miami. So I think that's an interesting guy there. He's had a pretty quick come up. He coached a couple years ago Boston College for about 3 years, helped their organization out a little bit, and then he left there to be the DC over in Green Bay, and was a very popular name for this
Hmm.
coaching cycle. I have some
Yeah,
questions about Hafley, just because
I feel like it's just Miami. Like I have a tough
even
time buying into anybody really that takes that job.
Mhm. um sure, yeah, I think the right person definitely could get it done, but he definitely had his own issues when he was coaching up in BC. So we'll
Hmm.
see how that translates now to a head coaching level position and see what it looks like. I'm not saying I think it's going to work. I'm not saying I don't think it is. Just interesting because there's a lot of weird pieces right now in Miami to work with. And
Yeah.
it's kind of a messy situation to get into.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, they looked like they were pulling it together at the end of the year this year, but I mean, you
Hmm.
got infighting. You don't know what your quarterback situation is.
Hmm.
They shipped off a lot of pieces. I mean, they have to have a really good draft.
Yeah,
Like, if you're going to be
well,
moving pieces midseason, like, you're going to have to hit on those.
yeah, well, they brought in John Eric Sullivan, which was the assistant GM up in Green Bay, who has been hitting on their uh, drafts for the last couple of years and bringing in pieces like majorly the Micah Parsons trade of late. But you bring him in
Yeah.
and you're hoping for similar results, moving the pieces around to get you to where you need to go. I don't know how it's gonna, like I said, I don't know how all that's gonna translate, but I'm curious to find out where that goes. Once we have all the head coaching hires, we'll grade them, give our full opinions, but just kind of like our brief analysis right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Side note, the Bills stuff is very interesting.
Yeah, that also happened. um,
Yeah. I
so
mean, who's now interviewed for it? Um,
Brady,
Anthony Lynn,
Dable,
Joe
Anthony Lynn,
Brady, Dable,
and Philip Rivers.
and Philip Rivers. That's the other one. And they are working on scheduling an interview with Mike McDaniel.
I don't think it's happening. Guess he canceled it.
I don't know. Well, you did cancel it, but I also am like, okay, if it was supposed to be yesterday, he's got, I don't know, that we have this giant snowstorm that's supposed to be coming through. I don't think he wants to be stranded in Buffalo when he could be in LA.
That's also true. But Buffalo's not going to get hit as bad as other places.
It's still just Buffalo in January.
No, I don't want to
So,
be
like,
there.
I'm not going to blame the dude if he doesn't want to go from South Beach to Buffalo.
I mean, no, probably not. So they also have either requested to interview or have interviewed Lou and Arumo.
Anarumo?
Uh, yeah, Grant Udinsky, who's a very popular name right now. So those are the other
Yeah.
two guys on top of the ones that we had named.
Mhm. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Don't know how. I mean, someone's going to really, really want to have that job
Yeah, I think right
because
now,
of that absolute train wreck of a press conference that they went through the other day.
yeah, I think right now it's probably Dayball. However, they could play the waiting game because they can and try to get Kubiak at the end of this all, which would
It's
be
true.
an interesting scenario that could play out. But
Yeah.
what do I?
Nah, it feels like it's going to be Dayball still.
I
He's
think
going to be
so.
pushing for it. They're going to like it. They're going to like what they hear from him,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I think it's a good spot.
Media
I think
loved
it's
Josh Allen when, even more when Dayball was there. That was when he started to become kind of the golden child there.
yeah, I think it's the only spot he could go back to head coaching. Honestly, right now.
Yeah, for sure. But all right, let's get into these games.
Yeah, man, we got one insane game and one not insane game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the vibes have shifted in the early
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Unfortunately, for sure.
Yeah, but let's get into it. AFC Championship game. What is that? 3 o'clock?
3:30, something like that.
Something like that. 3 o'clock. Look at that.
Nice.
Patriots going out to Denver. What's your
Hmm.
read?
I don't know. That is it's just a weird game, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like New England more than I like Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I think one, I, you know me. I lean quarterback. I lean the better quarterback typically in games. So, given that Drake May's looked unreal throughout these playoffs, and
I
then,
mean, it's Drake May, Jarrett Stidham. It's kind of
well, yeah, it's not push. It's
a
pushover.
no brainer.
It's kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
so you have that, and then just that New England team's been humming right along pretty
Mhm.
steadily. So I just like that spot a lot for them. Denver, you're coming in down your quarterback, which if you have the right system set up, shouldn't matter too much. Stidham just steps in, could do the same thing. However, how much do I trust that? I, to be honest,
Yeah.
didn't trust Bo Nix the entirety of this playoffs. This was always the spot that I thought he was going to get got if he got this far. However,
Hmm.
didn't get a chance to see that because he broke his ankle, or fractured his ankle at like the final play of the game.
Yeah.
So
It's such a weird play,
wild.
weird situation in general.
Hmm. So Denver probably has the upper hand on the defense. You're at home. I just don't know if it's enough because you look at the game last week. Bills were getting it over on you. New
Mhm.
England's probably going to be able to maximize on that. Just watch the film, see what they can do, make the adjustments necessary.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I'm leaning the Patriots here.
Yeah, I'm on the Patriots to win this game. I
Mm-hmm.
do think it's going to be close. Like this is going to be an ugly, low scoring game. I think, as far as I know, we're still sitting at like 5.5
Four. I'm seeing
on the
four.
spread for this. Oh, did it? People started hammering that again. We were sitting at 5.5 as of yesterday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I do just want to double check myself, make sure that. Oh, it's down to 3.5.
Oh, you have it. I see it at
Damn.
+4. That's crazy.
Yeah, DraftKings is showing me 3.5. I am honestly probably still taking the Broncos at 3.5, getting
Okay.
that hook, as long as that's still available to me, because Drake May does have a fumbling problem. It's just not been as big of a thing because they've been recovering a lot of them, but he puts
Yeah.
the ball on the ground. And he was putting the ball on the ground last week too.
Mm.
And that's where I just kind of go, I mean, this could be a weird game. This could be a 17-14, just gut it out kind of thing there. I mean, Denver, you rally around Bo Nix being hurt. Like, I am definitely on the Patriots to win this game. However, I am not going to be shocked if the Broncos steal this.
Yeah.
Just purely defensively and Sean Payton being creative enough on offense to just get enough out of Stidham and the run game kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I mean that's really the only dark spot on the Drake May season is the turnovers or potential turnovers more than anything. Like
Sure.
I'm gonna look at that just to double check myself there because again, like I don't know how many times he put the ball on the ground in that game. Yeah, he had 4 fumbles, lost 2 against the Texans.
I mean, that's also just that Texans team. They're just gonna do you in.
True, but I mean, the Broncos led the league in sacks this year. Like they're
Yeah.
going to be in his face.
Yeah. That's
Um,
fair.
yeah, so like that's my only thing with him or with this
Mm-hmm.
game is that like I just have a feeling it's gonna be weird at some point.
Sure. I get that.
I'm trying to pull up his fumbles on the year. If we can get there. Ah, fuck you, football reference. Being weird on me. Come on. No, I don't want advanced passing. Yeah, I think it's only giving me that right now. But again, yeah, like that's just kind of my read on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you and I both think is the actual Super Bowl Sunday afternoon. Rams going up to Seattle.
Yeah, that game's nuts. Third meaning each team's won a game. Um, I have no
Yep.
idea. I have no idea,
Yep.
man. Um, LA's offense has just looked better in both meetings, but obviously that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of it all. So,
Yeah. I mean, just real quick, I mean, we can go through this year. It is they've played twice. Um,
it's a 3 point difference total.
one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, one
Yeah,
in favor to
I want to get the
LA.
number right. I just want to get the number right here before we do this. Yeah. So they split the season series. Rams have scored 58 points in those two games. Seahawks have scored 57.
Correct.
Total yards in the two games. Rams 830, Seahawks 829. And then what's even crazier, all
Mm-hmm.
time, I don't know if you saw this one, all time, Seahawks are 29 and 28 against the Rams. Seattle has scored 1,223 points in those games. LA has scored 1,222.
Just stupid.
Absolutely bananas what's going on with these two
So,
teams. And it's going to be so much fun to watch.
now I have no idea. One, game's on Fox. I don't know how I'm gonna watch this game, but I'm gonna figure it out. That's about it. If I gotta pay for it, I'll pay for
I'll
it.
give you
This
my
is
YouTube. I was going to say, for that, I will send you my YouTube TV login.
my man, my beautiful hero. So, but regardless of that, it's absolutely nuts what's about to happen in Seattle this weekend. You're looking at potential MVP level guy trying to secure
Mm-hmm.
his second trip to the Super Bowl in the last 5 years, trying to hammer down his Hall of Fame status and just truly cap off what is his best season to date against
Yeah.
a team that is statistically been unbelievable on the defensive side of the ball
Mm-hmm.
and has offensively defied all metrics. So it's just like
Mm-hmm.
thinking about all of that in a nutshell. What do you do with that? Because you look at Seattle last week, they absolutely demolished the Niners.
Yep.
They split them apart, put them back together, disassembled, and it was a beautiful showing.
Yeah, I mean, again, that game was over immediately.
In the first 7 seconds, the game was already over. That was
Yep.
just it. There was nothing else going on in that game. So
Yeah.
I am probably going to shock you here. I'm picking Seattle.
Really?
I am.
Wow.
I am.
Wow.
Um, and I hate it. I actually hate it. I am a
Yeah, I
massive
mean,
Rams fan.
I don't feel great about
I
being
don't
on
feel
one
great
side
about.
versus the other kind of thing.
I feel awful
Yeah,
picking
like it's one
either
of
of
those
these.
games you have no idea.
Yeah, I just think this Seattle team is built to. I mean, we saw it last time they played. They're built to come back in the games. They're built to never be out, no matter how many points they're down, because that defense can make a play on the ball and flip the script
Mm-hmm.
instantly. The Rams defense is
Yeah.
built similarly. However, they're also built in a way to hold the team, hold the game, push back, but don't break. But Seattle is just defiant at everything that they do. And
Hmm.
I think Mike McDonald wants this so bad. So it's tough for me not to pick the Rams, but just something my gut makes me think that it's Seattle. And that's it. I have
Yeah,
no other
no, that's
reasons.
entirely fair.
This
Yeah, I
Seattle
mean,
team
this
has like
is
no holes.
one.
So it's
No,
just
it
it.
doesn't, and it's really like the biggest thing you get kind of get hung up on in this one because I am on the Seahawks as well. Um, is it definitely does feel
Mhm.
like the quarterback that makes the least amount of mistakes
Mhm.
is winning this game.
Correct.
And that does give the advantage to the Rams and Stafford
100%.
because, as much as we want to give our flowers to Darnold and what he's done, like, last year is still kind of hanging over your head. This year, they didn't win in spite of him, but like he hasn't had to do much
Which is a
in their
benefit
big
to
games
him.
this year. Like, week 18. Yeah, no, 100%. No, I agree with that, but it's like, he wasn't great in the Niners game in week 18.
He didn't have to be. I mean, they only threw the
He
ball
did
17
enough. Yeah.
times. They only threw the ball 17
That's what I'm
times.
saying. It's like we haven't seen, yeah.
Hmm.
And that, well, this past week, is
Well,
that what you're
I
saying?
guess, yeah. This past week when they destroyed
I
him
was going back to week
46.
18 where it was just
Uh,
like, that was, yeah, I mean, they win by 10. It was really just that one drive that flipped the script there. It was really that
he almost had the
Kenneth
same
Walker
yard
run.
total in both games.
Yeah, and then last week he didn't have to do anything. The
Yeah.
game was over from the jump.
So they just ran the ball down their
But at the
throats.
same, yeah, I mean, and the defense was flying around like crazy. Like that was
Correct.
just an unbelievable performance. So like, I don't know. At the same time though, too, you look at that game was played on Saturday. They got to rest. They got to pull starters in the fourth quarter of that game.
Hmm.
Rams play the later game on Sunday, and it goes to overtime in the cold. Like,
Yeah.
that isn't great either. Like, this is, I think, sitting at 2.5 still, and it's just kind of held firm at two
It's
and a half.
because, I mean, this game is a coin flip.
I'm still probably taking the Rams taking the points with the Rams because
How often do you get
both
that?
of these games have been close.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, like, I mean, both of their games have been
Under
Seahawks
three
lose by
points.
2 and win by 1.
Yeah.
Under 2 or yeah, 2 or less. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's right there. But yeah, I mean it's going to be such a fun game to watch.
Hmm.
I and the other part of it too is like Seattle weirdly hasn't been as good at home as they have been on the road.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, as difficult of a place that is to play, it makes no sense. But yeah, I definitely leaning the Seahawks on this one
It's just
in
something
what's going
about
to
it.
be really should be an all timer
Yeah. Yeah.
from start to finish.
I'm right there with you. We could all be wrong and the game could be
Yeah.
over quickly, but it's just there's no way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, even if Seattle goes up 14 early,
Or vice
I
versa.
still like. I'm not gonna be. Yeah, like Rams definitely can come back in that one,
Yeah.
and
I'll be pretty
Seahawks can. I
pleased.
mean, they've shown they were down 14 or 17 or whatever it was in the fourth quarter. The
Yeah.
last time these two teams played, and then Shaheed has a punt return, and then they just catch fire.
Hmm.
Like this is again. Unfortunately, we're getting it on championship weekend, not in the Super Bowl. That's the only
Yeah.
downside to this.
Yeah. The Super Bowl this year is going to be could be good, could be great. We don't know yet, but there's only
Could
one
be
way where
awesome.
we
It also could be terrifying.
yeah, there's only one way we don't get a rematch of previous games, and that's if it's Rams Broncos. Every other matchup possibility is a rematch of a previous
True.
Super Bowl. So
Has happened.
take
Yeah.
that for what you will.
We also have Sean versus Mike and Sean versus Mike
Hmm. So it could be Sean versus
on
Mike,
both sides. So,
Mike versus Mike, Sean versus Sean.
or Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really weird, right? A random one, and we could have. I mean, it was almost destined to happen too, because
Mm-hmm.
well, it was going to happen no matter what. On the at least on the AFC side,
Yeah, because you had
because we had Sean and
Sean,
Sean playing each other.
yeah, and then you had Mike, well, D'Amico. That's close, not really, but
Good year to have a generic middle-aged white dude name.
apparently. All right, so
All right,
let's get into the fun stuff.
now a little bit of fun. We did this last year, little conference championship draft. You kind of swept the floor with me last year.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
will
good at
say
this,
that you were. My process has changed.
as it
I
should.
will say that. So I think I'm. Yes, I. Yeah. So I feel good about where we're going here. All right, but also let you call it in the air. We
Tails.
got
I'm
just your generic quarter.
telling you right now, tails.
Yep. Tails never fails, and we have. Ooh. Ah.
Heads. Is it heads?
Heads.
Good. I wanted to
It
go
is
second.
heads.
I wanted to go second.
Fair enough.
I don't
All
really think
right.
there's
Well,
much of an advantage to going first this year, like there was last year.
that's fair.
Like,
Except I have I have some feelings on where I'm going with things here. So
okay,
my first pick, I'm going with the Broncos front seven.
that's fine. That is more than fine.
Gotcha. Which
That was
also, just for the sake of it, because we didn't explain that, we were drafting individual positions last year, and that was too much of a headache to try to figure out. So we do have one quarterback, two backs, three receivers, two tight ends,
full O
O
line
line as a unit, front seven as a unit,
and secondary.
back four as a unit, and then a
Head
head
coach.
coach.
Are we doing snake? So like 1-2-2-2-2, or are we doing 1-1-1-1?
How did we do this last year? Did we do that?
I think that's how we did it.
Yeah, we can snake it. I'm good with that.
All right, cool. Give me Sean McVay. If
That's
there was
fair.
any, there was any other option for me, I think that is the biggest advantage to this draft. And then for my
That's
second
fair.
pick, yeah, I'm taking the Broncos secondary.
All right. I'm good with it.
Okay. That was the secondary I wanted, so I just want to make sure I got that.
Hmm. That works perfectly for me because I'm taking with my next pick. Oh no, do I want to do that yet? Because you already got it. No, I can sit on that one. Um, where do we want to go here? I am going to take. Let me think here. Puka,
Mm-hmm.
and then ooh, let me think here. We're gonna go with. I'm just gonna poach both of them from you. Puka and JSN.
Yeah, that's what I would have done if you didn't do it. I want you to know that right now.
I
Uh,
know. I was thinking about it for a second there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna snipe both of them.
and I realized I made that mistake. I should have taken one of them just to ensure it. All right, I'm gonna take Devontae then.
Yeah,
That's kind of has to be where I go. Um,
yeah.
and then hmm, I can wait on that one. I don't want to take. give me Stafford. Let me get what I believe to be the best
Stafford.
quarterback off the board. I'm cool with either, but if I
That is fine. I can live with that.
no,
That's entirely fair. Then I am going to go with. Let me double check myself on this real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought.
hmm
I just wanted to double check myself on that one. I am going to go with Denver's O line.
that's who I almost went. Best unit in the country.
I know that I was gonna, if I wasn't gonna snag both of the receivers, that's where I was gonna go.
It was between them and Stafford, but it's okay.
And let me think here. I'm gonna go best available Kyron Williams.
Not fair enough. I'm gonna take Walker because I would have went back to back running back if he didn't take Aaron.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely had to snag one of them.
and then it's a tough spot here. Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
very tough spot. All right, give me Sutton.
It's not a bad play.
That's the next wide receiver up, and I don't want you to have him. So
No, that's fair. Um, I am just. Let me do a little bit of soul searching here, real quick. Just double checking myself. I think I'm gonna go with again. Maybe best available because yeah, I don't think anybody else is really touching what this dude has been doing this year, at least in terms of who's left. Well, I mean,
hmm
there's yards there. I think I'm going to do this and just screw you a little bit here, actually.
we got two picks, so go for it.
Yeah, I'm going Colby Parkinson
Yep, that was my next pick.
and Hunter Henry. And Hunter Henry.
I'm okay with the second one. I'm gonna go head
He
down.
actually had I mean, that's 15 touchdowns right there this year. And Hunter Henry has 768 yards this year. I didn't realize he was that high.
Yeah, he's a big red zone guy up there in New England. Well, now I don't really care as much about tight end. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay. I mean, in case you didn't hear me, I took Henderson.
Oh, you did? No, I did not
Yeah,
hear that.
I took Travion.
That's fair. I was thinking about doing that.
He might not be utilized the way he should, but his potential is unbelievable.
And he's been good. I'm not
He's
gonna
been,
pretend like he's not.
I mean, he's been better, but he hasn't been utilized as he typically has
Hmm.
been in this playoffs, which is fine. They've been leading on Ramondre a lot. Mm-mm. No, there's no other real pass catchers in Denver. Like, oh, this is interesting. Um,
Yeah, that's where I figured it was a little bit more value in blocking you on the tight ends there.
yeah, Parkinson was definitely my next pick. I should have taken Parkinson. He was the one tight end that was like more valuable than the rest, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, again, like I was a little bit more shocked when I looked at Henry's numbers there
Hmm.
because yeah, 7 touchdowns to Parkinson's 8,
Hmm.
and Henry like 300 more yards.
It's very fair. Very fair. Who is the tight end for the Seahawks? That's the thing. Like, I don't even know.
Which one? There's three of them, and none of them get used.
It's AJ Bond. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Give me the
Thought you were gonna
Rams.
go with what Bobo or whatever his last name is.
No, give me the Rams O line.
Rams O line.
Yeah. I'm not gonna waste a pick yet. Probably be the last thing I do.
All right. So I am gonna go Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, I was between him and Booty, but I was impressed this
That's
one
fair.
with
Yeah, I had like three options there depending on what you were
Yeah.
gonna do. Um, and let's do. You have both of your backs already, right? Yeah. Ooh, where do I want to go with my second one there? It's out of principle. I don't want to do that. Let's look here. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you looking at Denver?
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah, you're basically your only
Let's
options
just
are
look at. Well,
Charbonnet or Ramondre.
I think. Well, Charbonnet's dead right now, so.
It's also true. So then it's just Ramondre.
No, you know what I think I'm gonna do, actually? Looking at it,
You
I
taking Blake
think I'm
Corum?
gonna go. I think I'm just gonna take Corum, honestly.
Interesting.
I'll just
Not
have
what I would do.
the Rams running back room.
Fair enough.
I mean, the Ramondre, I just still worry about him just putting the ball on the ground as much as he does. And
Yeah.
Corum,
No,
there's a lot of big play potential there.
that's
And I
fair.
already got my guy Kyron, so I'm okay with
Uh,
it.
uh, Give me the Rams front seven, and then I will
Okay.
take Butte. This is not at all how I wanted this
Sounds
draft
good.
to
I was
go
gonna
for
say the
me.
other option is Diggs.
I don't want Diggs.
I told
Butte's
you
kind
my
of
process changed, and I was ready for it this time.
yeah. I messed up immediately, so it's okay.
Mm, fair
Hmm.
enough. And then I'm gonna go with the Seahawks secondary,
Okay.
and Drake May.
May.
Drake May. Yeah, there we go.
There, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
short circuited for a hot second there.
yeah, I saw. I will take. I guess I'll take Higby.
Okay.
There's like no real option there. And let me take a peek here
Hmm.
around these teams for a second tight end. So
I think I know who I would go at this point.
probably
I just want to
Ingram.
double check myself and make sure.
Is he alive? Not really. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was
that's
just looking at there.
yeah. I guess I'll go with Evan.
Yeah, not a great year for him.
Yeah, but on a better
I will say that.
offense, maybe schemed up a little
50 for
better.
461 and one.
I mean, I don't really have many other options here. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know who else you got. I mean, you can go Austin Hooper.
I was nah, give me Evan Ingram.
Yeah, no, I know. We know.
He's just a better athlete at the end of the day.
And then
Wow, that's a poor showing for me.
my last pick, my head coach. I think I don't feel too bad about any direction I go on this, honestly,
Yeah,
because it's four really good head coaches, and
they are.
I'm gonna take Old Faithful here, Mike McDonald.
I thought you were going to go Sean Payton. It's old faithful. Yeah, I don't need
Well,
to.
my Old Faithful. I
Yeah,
still miss him.
I don't need to do much looking at this one. I don't love what I put on paper today.
No,
No,
I
yeah,
told you I
I
was more
need
prepared for this one than I was last year.
my
I
mistake
kept
was
going after best available, and I wasn't thinking about you.
if you didn't take double receiver there, it would be a different story. But you taking double receiver really put me in a bind. It is what it
Yeah,
is. I'm
it
not gonna
definitely
lose
had a
sleep
chance to
over.
block you
Yeah.
and fuck you up a little bit there.
Other than that,
It
it's
is what it
fine
is.
team. Fine team.
Yeah, I might just throw this together on Madden and see what happens,
Hey man, anything's possible.
just for the sake of it.
I think I might have you on defense there. I'm surprised your first pick was a Broncos
I
front
don't
seven.
know. Who did you go? You went what?
Rams Broncos.
Rams front
Rams front
seven
seven.
and
Broncos secondary.
Broncos.
I think Broncos
Let's look at that.
secondary
I'm
is the
very curious.
positional value.
I mean, I got number one sack team.
Sure, sure, but that's also coach that's getting the most out of them. I have
That's
Pat
fair. I'm
Surtain,
just,
Vic Surtain. Like
and I
if you put
have Witherspoon and Woolen.
Woolen isn't the same player he used to be.
That's fair. Ah, shit. I just went back here. Let's just, yeah, just curious about this. So we have obviously the Broncos 68 sacks this year
Hmm.
to the Rams. Where are you, Rams? 47. Tied with the Seahawks.
You don't need sacks. What's that run defense like?
Interceptions. Oops. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hmm.
I'm just looking at turnovers stuff real quick. So
Okay.
INTs, Seattle with 18, the Broncos with. Why can't I find you, Denver? 10.
Hey man, they're making plays in other ways.
Passing yards a game, or we'll start total yards per game. Denver giving up 278. Seattle giving up 285. Rams giving up 327.
So
Passing
that's
yards a
their
game.
secondary. That's their secondary. We're cool.
You got me by 6 yards
Got you. See, that's all I
in
care
terms
about.
of passing yards, but I got 8 more picks.
Yeah, I'll take yards.
I feel like that balances out 6 yards a game.
I think so.
And rush yards a game. Or did I take Denver? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're cooked on this one for sure. Denver's giving up 91 yards rushing a game. Rams are giving up 110.
Okay, you cooked them barely.
20 yards and how many more sacks was it?
20. 24.
And then you were the Rams Broncos combo. I was Seahawks Broncos combo. Seahawks giving up 17.2 points per game. Denver giving up 18.3. Rams giving up 20.4.
Did you look at the time? I think we're wrapping this one up today, guys. All right. So
Just wanted to. I mean, you're the one that started that one there. We just looked it all up there.
look, man, it's all in the vibes. I got cooked today. I acknowledge
Yeah.
that. It is what it is. Do you do you got anything else for the good people out there?
No, no. Gonna be fun. Gonna get snowed in tomorrow and watch a bunch of football
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good
and
break.
call it a day.
Let's get
Fantastic
it
time.
in.
Can't wait for it. Sounds good.